The untold story of humanity's oldest rival, the wild hunt. Long before cities rose from stone and steel, before empires carved borders into the earth, there was the hunt. It was not sport. It was survival. And standing opposite humanity on that ancient stage, powerful, cunning, relentless, was the wild boar. Its tusks glinted in the forest gloom, its mind sharp as flint. For thousands of years, humans and boar have shared a single story, a story of pursuit, respect, danger, and dependence. The origins, when hunger taught us skill. In the shadow of prehistoric Africa's dense forests, hunters tracked wild boar long before words were written or fires burned in clay pots. Every step, every breath, was guided by instinct, sharpened by hunger. They learned the art of silence. How to read the earth's language, the faint prints in soft soil, the crushed reeds, the distant grunt carried by the wind. Primitive bows and arrows crafted from sinew, wood, and patience became their lifelines. Dogs, loyal companions, ran beside them, fearless, fierce, and bound to the hunter's will. When a boar charged, it wasn't just a test of strength. It was a battle of willpower, man versus nature, tooth against steel, instinct against invention. Pitfall traps, the earliest engineering of survival. Over time, human creativity grew bolder. Hunters carved wisdom from necessity. They dug pitfall traps, wide and deep, hidden under a thin veil of leaves and branches. The wild boar, swift and confident, would break through, tumbling into the dark. The forest would fall silent. Then came the moment, the spear, the strike, the stillness. Each hunt was dangerous. Yet with every victory, humanity took one small step closer to mastery of the wild. But even then, there was reverence. Because to take a life meant to risk your own, and that balance forged a deep respect between hunter and hunted. Tree ambush, the patience of predators. There were hunts that demanded not strength, but patience. A man might wait for hours above a moonlit clearing, muscles stiff, bow drawn, eyes fixed. Below, a family of wild boar snuffled at the bait. The hunter's breath froze in his throat. Then, one swift moment, the arrow flew. A clean hit. The forest exhaled. Minimal tools. Maximum precision. It was a dance, a test of who could outthink the other. And every time, humanity learned something new about survival. The rise of mounted hunting, speed against power. As civilization grew, so did ambition. In time, hunters rode on horseback, pursuing boar that could sprint up to 50 kilometers per hour. Now, it wasn't just survival, it was a test of dominance. The thunder of hooves echoed through forests and plains. Spears glinted in sunlight. The chase was pure chaos, and pure exhilaration. Every rider knew that one misstep could mean a goring, a fall, or death. This was not mere hunting, this was warfare between species. Across the ocean, the bison and the people of the plains. Shift now, across continents, to the sweeping grasslands of North America. Here, the great bison ruled, beasts that could weigh nearly a ton and tower above men. For the Native American tribes, the bison was sacred. It provided food, shelter, clothing, tools, and meaning. To kill a bison was never simple, nor done for glory. It was done with prayer. Before the gun, before the steel blade, there was the buffalo jump, a breathtaking display of coordination and courage. Entire tribes worked together to funnel herds toward cliffs using fire, sound, and horsemen. A single mistake could send hunters tumbling over the edge with their prey. Those who survived stood at the base of the cliffs, surrounded by life taken and life given. Every part of the animal was used. Nothing wasted. A hunt that fed the soul as much as the body, the swamp kings, crocodiles and alligators. Now, let the scene shift to the dark green waters of the African and American wetlands. Mist rises, insects hum, and beneath the surface lurks a prehistoric predator, the crocodile. Even modern hunters approach with caution. But ancient ones? They faced the beast with nothing but courage, a sharpened spear, and intimate knowledge of the land. They studied where crocs basked, how they moved, when they struck. One wrong step, one ripple, and the hunter became the hunted. Spears to the eyes, harpoons to the belly, that was the only way to end it quickly. A single mistake meant vanishing beneath the water, forever claimed by the swamp. It wasn't just hunting. It was survival written in sweat and blood. Small prey, big lessons, the rabbit chase. Not all hunts were against giants. Some were battles of patience and cleverness, like the hunt for rabbits, creatures fast enough to outwit most predators. Hunters wove snares from plant fibers and animal sinew, setting them along trails the rabbits frequented. It was a humble kind of wisdom: set many traps, take only what you need. For villages, these small hunts meant full bellies, warm furs, and the quiet rhythm of sustainable living. Every snare was a whisper from the past, proof that survival doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it waits, the venom arrows of the North African deer hunts. In the golden forests of North Africa, deer became both challenge and reward. Autumn brought their migration, and hunters prepared their poisoned arrows. They mixed extracts from venomous larvae with crushed seeds and citrus, crafting toxins that stopped even the strongest stag in its tracks. But there was respect here, too, a sacred understanding that nature must be taken in balance. No waste. No excess. Only what the tribe needed. Because the hunter who takes too much will one day find nothing left to hunt. Modern frontiers, when wild becomes invasive. Fast forward to the present. Helicopters hum above Texas plains. Below. Feral hogs, descendants of ancient boar, rip through farmland, devour crops, and shatter fences. Farmers lose millions each year. So the hunt has returned, not with bows or pits, but with precision rifles and helicopters. Aerial hog hunting may seem extreme, but for many rural communities, it's a battle for survival. The pilot steadies the chopper. The marksman takes aim. Every shot counts, quick, clean, and calculated. A fusion of ancient purpose and modern technology. From the forests of Africa to the farms of America, the story has not changed. We still hunt for balance, between chaos and control, destruction and harmony. Baboons, the clever foe. And then there are the baboons, intelligent, unpredictable, and relentless. In parts of Africa, they invade farms, tear apart harvests, and even raid towns. They're clever enough to open doors, coordinated enough to plan attacks. For farmers, it's a war of patience. Hunters rely on long-range rifles, compound bows, and stealth, tracking their movements with precision. Every encounter tests more than skill, it tests the human mind against the wild's ingenuity. The enemy is not just strong, it's smart. And perhaps, that's what makes it such a worthy opponent. Wild turkeys, the unexpected menace. Across North America, another creature has risen, the wild turkey. Once nearly extinct, they now thrive in the millions. But with growth comes conflict, road accidents, damaged crops, and even attacks during breeding season. To manage this, hunters turn to silence and camouflage, echoing the patience of their ancestors. They move slowly, blend with the land, and take only ethical shots. Modern hunting, when done right, isn't about domination. It's about restoration, about preserving what balance remains. The human heart of the hunt. Through every age, one truth has survived. Hunting isn't just about killing. It's about understanding life's fragility. The hunter who looks into a dying animal's eyes sees not triumph, but reflection. A reminder that we, too, are part of the same circle. In the ancient forests, in the flooded swamps, in the open plains, humans learned humility. We learned that nature doesn't bow. It listens, it watches, it remembers. Every hunt is a dialogue between strength and restraint, courage and compassion. From survival to stewardship. Today, hunters, conservationists, and scientists stand together on a new frontier. It's no longer about survival, it's about preservation. Wildlife management programs protect endangered species while controlling overpopulated ones. Modern hunters follow ethical codes, using every part of the animal, ensuring no suffering, and maintaining ecosystem health. Because when the wild suffers, humanity suffers too. Every tree cut, every animal lost, is a page torn from the book of life we all depend on. The eternal balance. The story of hunting is not one of cruelty, but of coexistence. From ancient spears to modern rifles, the tools have changed, but the purpose remains. Food. Safety. Balance. We hunt not to destroy, but to remember where we came from. To remember that we once stood in awe of the wilderness, and we still should. Pause. So when you see the wild, a boar charging through mist, a deer stepping from the trees, an eagle circling above. Remember this. They are not our enemies. They are our teachers. Because in every hunt, and every heartbeat, there echoes the same ancient truth. That life, in all its forms, is sacred. If you've watched this far, thank you for walking this journey with us, through time, through struggle, through the wild. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Vendor&Wildlife for more stories that bring the wilderness to life, stories of courage, coexistence, and the eternal connection between humans and nature. Until next time, stay aware, stay inspired, and stay wild.